What's up, guys? We are done with welding. So in today's video, we are jumping into body filler. I'm going to explain to you guys the process I took, the products I used. Towards the middle of the video, I'll add some commentary here and there, but a lot of it's going to be time lapses because body filler and sanding is not very entertaining. Before I forget, the number one material you need, or item you need a dust mask, because sanding it, you do not want to breathe in these particles. You're going to ruin your lungs. You guys saw in my previous videos, I just used like a KN95. That is not good enough. You need a real respirator. I got mine from Home Depot. I'll attach it in the comments. I think I paid 50 bucks for the quick release one, but I think they're as cheap as $30 there. So get yourself one of those. Your health is the most important thing. Let's jump into the steps. So number one, you got to clean it. It has to be clean. If you try to apply the body filler to a dirty, oily surface, it's not going to bond well. It could be subject to cracks, and then all your work will be for nothing. So after you clean it, get it all good, make sure the area around you is clean too, and then you can jump into applying the body filler. My advice, start slow. You want very minimal. I think the maximum that I did research on was the max is 6mm thick, but you don't really want to hit that. You want to aim for about 4. That's the rule I followed, so I suggest that to you. That's just to decrease the chance of it cracking down the line, get a solid fill. After you apply your first coat of body filler, you need to sand it down. This process is a lot of sanding, reapplying body filler if you need it, especially for a beginner like me. As you'll see in the video, I started heavy on one side. I already knew it was not a good idea. I'll cover that in a second, but you are going to sand down a lot. Maybe you're left with 5% of what you applied when you're new, of course. After you apply your body filter, you apply the glaze, same process. You're going to sand it. It should be minimal sanding at this point, but you're going to sand it down, get those pinholes filled, and then you can move on to primer. We'll cover that in the next video. So this is a very time-consuming process when you're new, just because you don't know how much to use, which you guys will see. But that's the general process for body filler. Let's jump into the materials that I use and what you need. Later on in the video, you might see me repeating some of these things because I know a lot of you guys are like, screw the intro, let's just see what's going on in the middle. So I'll repeat some of the products I use later on in the video as well. The number one reason why I chose the EverCoat Rage Ultra is because everyone said it's easy to work with, easy to sand. And when you're new, trust me, you want something easy to sand because, of course, if you've never done this before, it's not like the YouTube videos where they're just like so peacefully, apply it one time, sand it off so, some nice music in the background. No, you're going to glob it on there, you're going to make mistakes, you're going to sand it all off, maybe 1% of what you applied you're going to keep on there, and you're just going to keep building from that. A lot of it is learning from your mistakes, and just like with all of this project pretty much, I did a lot of sanding. And so I would definitely recommend using that or doing some more research into a similar product. I'm pretty sure it was more on the pricey side. I got it on Amazon. Like always, I'll link everything that I used in this video in the comments. Definitely not a sponsorship of any sort, but that's what I use and that's what I recommend. As a beginner myself. The next product we're going to use in the next video, just because maybe you watch this video and you want to buy it, is the Dolphin Glaze, which is the glazing putty. It's what you put over the body filler at the end to fill in the little pinholes. You put it very thin. I got a lot of good reviews on the Dolphin Glaze. Same thing as the EverCoat Rage Ultra, is that it's easy to work with, easy to sand, and that's what I needed. So I have not applied it yet. I'll go over that in the next video, but just in case you're trying to build a cart of items that you need. That's exactly what I use. Another thing we use is various sanding blocks. We use a bunch of Duragold products just because it was on Amazon. It's cheap. You get them in bulk. Normally, I do like to use 3M products in general just because I know you're getting quality. But since I knew I was going to be doing so much trial and error with the sanding, I wanted to opt with the cheaper, version of things. So I got the Duragold sanding blocks and orbital sander discs. I also got this micro zip sanding block thing by Gator. I got it at Home Depot. It was like 10 bucks, and let me tell you, this came in clutch. Definitely that is the must-have product of this video for me. The last few things I have to do is remove the suspension, which I have no idea why I kept it in there. Drop the subframe, remove the steering rack, obviously pull those fuel lines there. Run a wire brush through everything so I can pull all the seam sealer, so I can put some fresh 3M seam sealer just for some added reinforcement for my spotty welds. Subframe's dropped. Little pro tip for everybody, make sure you add some weight into the footwells or the car towards the front, because as soon as I unbolted the subframe and dropped it a little, the front started to lift up off the jack stand. So I totally forgot that I hadn't removed the diff back there yet. So just a little pro tip. Got it all set up with some rope right now until I can add some weight in there. But just doing some cleaning up so I can actually have a place to put that. And then we're on to some last minute spot welds, just because I can get under there more comfortably. For reference, this is what I'm going to use. Unfortunately, California bans all of the good stuff, so this is what I'm forced to use. Also, the first attempt at the body filler is down. I had to get used to how much hardener to use. I know it's like there's directions about every 4 inches, draw a ribbon across, whatever, but that was way too much. So by the time I sat down, it was already dry on the pad. So I'm going to block sand this down, see where I'm at. This is the side I'm kind of focusing on, because this was like just kind of globbed it on there, which I know I shouldn't, but is what it is. But this will be the side that's the test to see how much I need to actually lay down. The first coat is nearly sanded down. This side sucked. I actually brought out my employee wants to come in. I brought out the belt sander with the 80 grit just because I caked it on. Obviously, I knew I did that. As I mentioned in the previous clip. Yes, I'll clean this out for you. Don't worry. This is where we're at now. I'm applying the body filler. For that, I'm using the Evercoat Rage Ultra, but this is where I'm at. The green tape are the places that are finished. So working on the strut tower still, just trying to put some last touches on it before I start glazing it. The firewall is nearly done. It looks thick, but it's not. I'm following the rule of no more than 6 millimeters thickness for the body filler. So it's pretty much just that top right and the top left up there, just putting the finishing touches on those, but it's almost ready for the glaze. And for the glaze, I'm using the Dolphin Glaze, which, just like the Evercoat Rage Ultra, I've read that it's extremely easy to work with, easy to sand, which is exactly what I need, since a lot of this is sanding. That's going to wrap up this video. Thank you guys again if you got this far watching the video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like the video. If you have any advice, comments, questions, concerns, drop it in the DMs or the comments of my Instagram at Stash Garage. I answer everything. I love hearing feedback, and I love getting advice, honestly. That's the biggest up from all this. I'll see you in the next video, which will be the painting process, the glaze, and you guys will see this engine bay is finally going to be ready for parts. So take care of yourselves, take care of your family, and we'll see you in the next one.